Today, now the 8th day of August 2023. 8/8/23. Yesterday we been there. I think it's a few updates there concerning some of the things that we'll deal with yesterday. But today, we want to come talk about Sierra Leone economy. The Ministry of Information and Civic Education say now that every Tuesday, then they get their own press briefing. And inside their own press briefing, head of parastatals, 9 they need for like candy. Tin on the sweet with your man there with the na power now. How we done the sweet? Now the chief minister now tell we say then contact police say, but there police we gonna need the IG for camp press briefing. Let the IG can tell the people them about the security sector, military. But there we gonna need the chief of defense staff make it come we own press briefing, make it can talk to the people them. Yes, then contact all the Ministry of Finance. We go need the minister himself make it can talk to the people them. The team where they now they know they play. Not to learning boy they want for make can talk to the people them. They don't need learning boy. They need the minister or the head himself. The chief minister tell we say police begin for tell and say not to show they do amo. The IG not so in they go talk na press conference. Now they tell and say we want the IG for come for make it can talk to the public. Who do I begin for come? Now the IG. Okay. Alright. Well, the first one. So I don't know if I say again for the continue. Because even the Minister of Finance he get side for go. But he be able for just do his own bits. Then he left now in deputy. Then in go. But then your man they waiting now. Okay. Then no one learning boy not so possible. Say oh no, police na the spokesperson and go they say not to the spokesperson want. Now the IG self that wale can't talk. If he say the IG go to say they go there. Like them fresh blood they are there so. It's a be the chief minister, the pine bobo say any say the papi they go with her. I see call the pass bra. Papi. The pie self. Poppy. It look like say the IG I look work with sweet. The IG self see and say if that boy go let me complain. But that's a replacement go cancel. No wonder why see the all pack of it today. I will not be no say that so team happy behind yard. That's why the chief minister can say when they contact police be say no, we not to show Kidoamo, not to the IG they go talk. If find out una start and so. But una go able continue. True. Una go able because Sabi Salon no. I say Salon na dragon you dey take. Go last. Alright, I don't know how you go, but Lord come back now. I just hello pa last so. But we hope say this one go last. Yes. But at least they be did it today. All the powers that be. The chief of defense staff then can bang. The IG self now can explain himself. The minister today we gonna take my bits, but today now the minister of finance now will focus pa what he in talk dey, what he want for make we know about this economy we will get right now. But before that, I believe say we all long see the rounds wey they make on social media concerning Samuel Wise Bangura. We don't see him. There is a video going out where they try for do money doubling, and he was there. Well, Sludge say, wait, what are you first of account? Well, account AYV first. AYV. No, law take Sludge. Because one for come before in company. Yes, because one for defend. Law take Sludge. Because some things are cloudy. Now, I don't know if me and you are the same. Bio Twitter or Twitter, they don't change the Betsy. Thank you for the stars. Keep the stars coming, yeah? They don't change their logo. The first day was saying, so that don't get install app on my phone. Who don't get install app? Before I check now, I see oh no. Not so na now Twitter now they don't change their logo. Then change their logo. Alright. Sludge president Nasrallah, the monk, he say in contact Samuel Wise where he see this thing they go on. In contact him. Well, I will read exactly self. I talk him. Let no can say just now. Na tripole na insi. Because the way the game done they play now. He said I talked to Samuel Wise moments ago. That's na Ahmed Said Nasrallah. Samuel Wise tell Nasrallah say the video where people in the see right now of na social media na part of an investigation where in Samuel Wise they do about money doubling scam within a salon right now where in done they do for the past 2 months with in cameraman when a J-Light na a camera operator na AYV instead de pa the video. Nasrallah say in don't ask Samuel Wise for put out a statement immediately for assure in audience and the general public about the video where they pass, where they show say, then they try for turn money, fake money to make like say na real money or real money make like say na fake money, but money scam business. Now that Nasrallah intel we of Sludge, the head. What's the AYV say? AYV say the attention don't be drawn to a video where they circulate on social media where involve one of the senior staff, Mr. Samuel Wise Bangura. AYV say, the one for una no say, they understand the concern and the question them where una they raise, una the public them. And AYV committed for maintain the highest standard of professionalism and integrity where they get. In line with AYV and company policy, AYV don't establish an independent committee for investigate the circumstances which surround the video. Samurai say in the do story about money doubling scam. AYV say, well, what's on they talk? We understand. So we go investigate. Fumble. Okay, like right now. The CI network team. For the past 2 days, then go boo. We know it will go today. We're supposed to go live. We're supposed to record. And we suppose for do one or other 2 things there. Video come out. Say na bo. Then he say, well, now be they do that live. Anyway, hey, AIV say, then they investigate. They want to encourage the public for report any relevant information. Hey, for report any relevant information in relation to the issue. Fumble. AYV said, if you say anything, make you send it to info@ayvnews.com. AYV say independent body for investigate. Yesterday, maybe they call the Sierra Leone police for investigate. Today, Nesgala say, Samurai say, na story where they do for AYV. No, you not say AYV. You know, say AYV. I do that for a reason. It's in a story when don't they follow. For say, brother man be they do is documentary. Maybe for DW, Al Jazeera, without AYV knowing. Because man and they want to now this documentary business. So for say that thing they self na shock. Na shock to AYV. Again, so many questions. So many. Let me wait. The man who get this thing, he not talk. From all this thing happen, he not talk. Let me see. Yeah? Let me see how everything they unfold. But as you see things, try for the take them like a pinch of salt. Not take them boku, the sodium. Yeah? Right now, 98.1 day under. And they perfect the new relegation. Now AYV self don't count the own. Wow, two man, I saw a network. Papa God. Hey, that's how I look like. And the old man the first relegation. I sit with one and they put in a giggly. Julius Spencer, hey. Eh? Now forget about your basso. Eh? Now forget about your basso. Every day they get new one. Salon à country. Eh? Salon à country, hein? Drama not they done. Drama not they done. Not they done. Yeah. Let's try. How they pass through? Right. Hey, they mean their houses right now, and then they go through the challenges. Eh? You don't see? When something happen, now they know the one they will like you and the one they will not like you. It decide they talk saying I make some of my skin change all kind color coats. Eh? Why not for changer? Eh? Why? Okay. Yesterday, over the weekend, I be 98. Yesterday, why we don't catch? So why we write on the channel? Eh? So, who the next? Eh? Eh? I just said them go handle me. Yeah, who the next? Right. As the vice president is in charge of the committee for the election process. Eh? So now I judge the guy now because of the way I be the dress. Eh? Collingwood saying that the producer for the story now you want know. The helicopter. Eh? The helicopter. Wait, tomorrow we call the helicopter. If any other thing no be. The IG try for explain about this helicopter. We not go and take everything we pack up for one grain. Eh? But like I said, we're going to follow the story as they go. I think say some wise don't want to do Kamarimba. Because Kamarimba is the team be happening. But up and force can't talk. But this thing happen, wise not talk nothing. Wait, I'm not checking page. Let's see. Claude asked if the video not true. According to Sludge President, he said that video there, na investigation way in they do. Na story way in they do. Eh? Alright. No, the helicopter will they keep it on the force because the IG they talk like say. Now wait, okay, wise. Asamela say I want check. Okay, you know, post nothing yet. So just how they talk. Nine Fox Lawrence of A Salon. They call all kind name na I tell and just don't say. Well, something because he don't say, I not touch na the APC side. But it look like I for say, Well, what now look then at the APC side again? No. I don't know if you know, say, another MP don't go join Mame Bangura. Yes. Other MP don't go join them. Na parliament. APC MP. So it look like if I say the powers that be, they don't look able for arrange them final. You want to know? Okay. Now so then they go 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. APC, the longer one that they left this thing. Now so go to see the breakaway. And somebody can catch me say Thursday, 4 more MP they don't ready for go back in the parliament on the APC. APC, if una no say una they go, una grapple, una go one thing. Eh? Alright. The member of parliament elect under the main opposition, the APC symbol, now Western Area Urban, Alfred Ayodele Thompson. He don't subscribe to the oath of office today na parliament. So he don't join Mohamed Bangura. Now they don't be there in two. The speaker, he congratulates him. You know what the speaker tell Ayodele? Ayodele. This is the MP. You know, Honorable Ayodele. He said, from now on, you are under the full protection of this house. The same assurance where they give Mohamed Bangura. Now the same assurance now the speaker don't give Honorable Ayodele Thompson. So right now, Mohamed Bangura not saying one. Now yeah, Ayo, I did sit up. The thing about boycotts, I don't know if they make meeting or no, but the more una keep silence from you and now there are people here. The way we talk, now in the hearing. So I don't know whose position the speaker don't keep for Honorable Ayo. Yes. I don't know whose position they keep. Because first Mame Bangura na carry all the position there. They get for Shebamu. They get for Shebam. Eh? Right. So in case you don't know, now two don't go there now. Mame Bangura don't call BN. And then catch me say 4 more days for go by Thursday. But they don't begin deflect. How long can this hold? How long? Eh? How long? Musa Mansari. Everybody get right to your opinion now. Yeah? If you think say some body cost, una do me attention. But as long as the person not cost, then your opinion. If you think say not go well with you, make like say no see. Eh, fait for party na ya. Eh? Nene fait for party na ya. Okay? And now I remind you again. Yeah? All right. So let we all understand we self naya. But APC get for do better. And one thing. The boys are not on vacation. No, we they try for let us understand. Sometimes no understand. One thing. They need for do waiting they want for do. Or else this breakaway. Now so then go let break take all man goody. Now so hey, because man they see say the thing is this, yeah. Mame Bangura go. Hey, then people say, well, Mame Bangura, he don't go, he this and that, da. The speaker say, oh, Bangu is no. In fact, you know the acting opposition leader. But I don't see, no, you don't watch. You see, say, PC no do Bangu nothing. Bangu, they say don't receive him first check safe. Yeah, people left, so I receive first check. Now I say, I'm not sitting on Bangu don't go do so. I beg body, let me self go back catch me on. And the catch don't know more defend. They file like APC, they say boycott. It don't go. And they don't tell and say, now 30 sitting no. 30 sittings. And they don't do 12 sittings. They don't do now 13 sittings. So now go then they go so. I honorable all again, it all left handle. The how things they go. Every city now they see one APC MP get for the go. Reginald Thompson. I cousin. Okay. Then the Bangura say in by rest that go tifunk 820,000 for bag. We get for each 1 million. We don't talk about not to Pambado, not to Pangladiness, but that's the reality. Now then they can't talk now. Anyway, let's just go straight to the point, yeah? Let's go to the point. But I just want to let you know, I give you a quick update on the APC side. Because I see Lawrence Fox be they talk, hey, this and that. I say, okay, well, now sometimes you don't know what's in on the ground. But what you know now, every sitting, one MP they go. They left handle. As all man go left, they go tell all man go. So, APC, wake up. If not, Tango can. The go that all. Now Samu ya no money go left. Okay. Let's come to the economy of Sierra Leone. Let's come to the economy. Yeah? Because to me, to you, what's in APC they ask for, if I don't find a way, let them sit down and talk now. Let this thing done. But soon I feel to say, oh no, let's see them go down and they don't let them boycott. But we all know how bank accounts day. We all know how team up. We all know how team up. So now based on that, I see man and they make decisions so now. And Obangu go they see they not do nothing. Right. Salon economy. We get the Minister of Finance in safe. Lawrence Fox say, I like all the APC MP then go. Who sign team up now? They team up. Mba, are they? Yeah? Now listen, quick.
And share any updates we get. That and framework. Now, I'm a pleasure for calling the first speaker, with our distinguished Honorable Minister for Money Business, for Finance, for let the talk to and open on which can updates them from a Ministry of the Economy. We know say we just don't present a supplementary budget. Any additional information or clarification, you set the scene, and like I say, you hold on to your question. You either use the app now and write something, or you hold on when the order presents stuff, we will open up for questions. And I thank you, Honorable Minister.
Okay, the voice will be there. Na Chenoba, a Minister of Information and Civic Education. So now I'm going to introduce the Minister of Finance, Fantamadi. So I will listen to what the Minister of Finance one for can tell me right now about the economy.
Thank you very much, the Minister of Information and Civic Education, and family afternoon. I'm glad for the house, and when I know say we don't engage on the economy.
Aha. He said we no say, then don't they engage on the economy. Alright. We know. Anyway, continue, sir.
In just a few minutes where I think both are going to deliver the supplementary budget.
Now yeah, talk see. The Minister of Finance be get for run go status is swearing from there a run go na parliament. Parliament be don't sit down they ask for him because he not be swearing ask the minister and not to go supposed for go lay him because he not a minister that time. So he be get for go first take an oath for be the Minister of Finance, then he go na parliament. Parliament be stand down, we don't take the oath down where go. Now in parliament resume. So now that it try for tell we.
Of course, you go ask why we do that because we just don't pass budgets last year.
So it can't explain to we about the supplementary budget. Me I be don't explain na. But you know say sometimes you know see me na matter why they toss dice. So sometimes you know they believe what I can talk now. You can feel say that boy they in opposition or that boy they for the government. Now make it they talk so. Can't listen. If what me talk now can different to what the minister they can't talk. Let us listen them. It explain now why the supplementary budget.
December we come to make sure say by the 1st of January we begin to spend on the resources we generate for the government. But we don't notice 6 months into the year. But putting in the way happen.
6 months into the year, but putting in the way happen. Go to recall if I be talk about that.
We make them budget appropriation with Parliament pass. Most of them program for the MDAs then certainly will be required for revise them. Secondly, the what we call macro framework.
The macro framework,
meaning all the potential for revenue expenditures and the things that really drive growth. Most of them development and they don't shift because of some of them development that will take place outside of Sierra Leone.
Some of the development the way they take place outside of Sierra Leone, then are the global one them.
For example, the persistence of war in Ukraine.
He said the Ukraine war we not agreed on the persistent war. Now Ukraine, so the Ukraine war they continue. No more, you know they agreed on. Yes, that one they affect with Salon economy.
The supply chain.
Because of the supply chain.
Challenges, but also as well, so the disruptions in terms of rising price of petroleum and essential commodities.
Rising price of petroleum and essential commodities. When the price they go up.
Commodities. We don't make growth projections. What we don't make for the economy. We therefore revise them somewhat.
The growth projection, then you project say, by the end of 2023, now A, B, and C now they will go there. But there are some things that we can happen where the government's not able for change them thing like the one at Ukraine. We go affect delivery of certain things them where can make the global safe environment not conducive. Because Salon not to island, we know they live alone. If Yabas will depend on from out of Sierra Leone, waiting left again. Okay.
To face the reality. And also make sure say the rise in those prices of goods and services Even with projections of servicing our debt, but also funding our foreign missions and some of the MDAs, then we'll be able to make sure we revise them.
Funding, then revise them.
As well, the new development that we manifesto, the new government, and the pronouncement that the government with the president make.
The pronouncements, them, the new developments the president make. Listen, some of them.
On new MDAs, this one, whether the MICE, but also technology, infrastructure, initiative on climate change, food security, and the like. Those ones and sustainable energy will be there for make sure so we for account part of them.
Sustainable energy. Anyway, continue.
Work. As well, this country in 2022 faced some serious shock.
Okay, so the minister they explained about the serious shock where the country faced inside 2022.
The way we end up the year, we end up with very huge deficits.
We not end the year fine 2022. We didn't have the negative side, we didn't have deficit side. We didn't have the poor side.
So we never begin to think how we for consolidate the economy itself.
How we for make the economy balance, the poor side and the good side. I go then one fine lining where we go able to cross.
Public finances and make sure so we stabilize for able to foster growth going forward. So that be the underpinning of the supplementary budget. That's why we went back. And we look at the big dynamics there. One, when I noticed say in the course of the year in April, we introduced the Finance Act because nobody introduced Finance Act at the last budget statement.
Okay. It explained about that Finance Act where I tell we now about where I say that Finance Act say that the new era for hardship na salon. But they can't explain the Finance Act small. Why make that Finance Act they come inside?
But we see the need in the course of the year for introduce Finance Act. In the Finance Act, they introduced some new tax measures. And then tax measures they border on closing loopholes.
He said the tax measures them where they include inside that Finance Act them. Now, Usai man, they know they get away with things them. Usai, they know they get away with things them. Loopholes. Listen, yeah?
Some of the tax annuals, especially corporate tax.
Especially corporate tax.
Also, we decided to introduce minimum alternate taxation.
Minimum alternate taxation. Then they have been explain and but listen, let the minister back explain what that mean.
Because before now, what that happen is that we companies them, we get the liberty for declare losses and not pay profits corporate taxes at all.
He said before, companies them, then just they declare a loss. And when you declare a loss, you know they pay certain tax them. Because you lost. Some of we depend on what they do, even USA would so had at the West. If not 1099 you they use for file, some man a W2. But some of you at 1099 now they use. Now they declare. They declare say you lost. They declare if you profit. And based on that one day, you they get for payback. That's so they na. Yes. So man they never profits. All 10 are then the loss. Ask me about me. Alright.
This be the effects we are also not for predicting tomorrow from the tax angle. So
he say because Bokuman they cannot say then the loss, it will affect them because they want that money day. So what did the government decide?
Introduce a minimum tax.
Then introduce minimum tax. You loss so, you profit so, you pay tax. So the one where they lost true, then they still tax there. You understand, eh? Then say because all man they lie say that they lost. Or if Bokuman they lie say that they lost, then they able get money. So then you decide say, okay, when all they lost to so, well I know the. When you lost, you still pay tax. But na minimum.
What the minimum tax is telling you is that you really need for fully declare your overall operations of your books or as a company. And if you really don't make profit, what they say that you pay minimum tax. But if you make profit,
if you really not make profit, will they say you pay minimum tax? Yeah? But if you make profit,
minimum tax. So if you make profit, will they assess you on the real profitability that you make, and then you pay?
So if you make profit, well, you go pay based on the profit you make. But if you not make, now ain't that,
Exactly, accordingly. So, but just for discourage some of the loopholes then.
They say they do that there for discourage loophole. So you think say fair, even when somebody lost, they still tell her for pay tax? You think say fair, but then they claim say now because of the loopholes. Alright.
What we do is we revise with GST as well.
The GST. Listen no more now.
The GST, the goods and service tax.
GST na goods and service tax. I know so you don't the area 15% na salon. GST. Okay?
You get a lot of exemptions.
They say the GST get beaucoup exemptions. GST get exemptions? I don't know of anything as alone. Okay, it gets the cut off. Anyway, let's listen now.
When we begin exemption, the exemption we're not supposed for really be given at all. But what we do, we protect the poor people, and then we introduce their aspect and they will not be originally captured.
They say the GST then protect the poor people. Anytime when they talk for say them protect poor people, when they feel to say that they take cane for bits the one they will get money, now the poor people back nine and the bits. We don't do an about waiting. This fuel. When they talk say, oh, the one they will get motoka, then forget say the commercial transport. The poor people and they take commercial transport, bike, keke. Then big boss ne, iboku pass the private motoka de. So whenever they say protect the poor, then can misunderstand. No, na kin then they take for beats the poor. Alright. Now listen.
So one aspect and then we notice say NRA na be new institution.
NRA na be new institution? Left no. NRA no new. But anyway, on what aspect, sir?
NRA at the time when they introduce them, not be able for full building capacity for able for do an assessment of certain category of GST taxes.
Certain category of GST tax, the GST tax, NRA no be sabi saying ID. But Ministry of Finance don't show NRA who side the money in a salon. Because this administration not they play with the tax. Then they eat beaucoup, then they eat big. So they need for finance their appetite. Okay?
We try for measures we introduce. But in the same way, we give waivers for many of the items that we want to say that affect poor people, rice and the like,
So they talk say they give waivers for rice and the likes. Okay?
The kind balance hold. Several other areas of taxation where we introduce measures on. Government is excise tax, for example.
Excise tax. But wait, this why they say rice. When I don't pull a more, but let's listen no more.
Where they call sin tax on tobacco products, sugar products.
Okay, tobacco products, tobacco, cigarette, sugar,
alcohol, and the like.
Okay.
We would believe it's supposed to be a workforce as well as taxation.
Then believe say then they did for tax and better one because okay. Alright, okay, let's continue.
We revise that tax, but also on petroleum products. We revise those taxes relatively upwards, slightly. Basically,
he said they revise the tax. Then I pull more. If the tax then revise and slightly, Then what's in the opula? Then no waiver more.
Really manage the externalities of people consuming those goods and making sure that we normalize the taxes, but not only that, increase some of the uptake on them for make sure say you predict. Some of the aspects of the reforms that were introduced that reforms the way they enhance the technology of NRA for make sure say they become more efficient in collecting taxes. So on excise, for example, we introduced track and trace systems.
Fumble. Track and trace system. They introduce them with NRA. Listen no more.
Both for accessible commodities, but also we introduced something called fair marking system for petroleum products.
Fair marking for petroleum product. Until they see now how the petrol they go up, then go explain to we one thing. Fair marking for petroleum product.
For access, we tax all the petroleum product to the into the country.
So they're not be able to access the tax, so then they get from petroleum product. Okay.
Several other small areas, they will introduce tax measures.
Several other small areas, then they will introduce tax pan. All right.
Really, all that effort they introduce an average of additional 2.2% of GDP increased revenue supposed for collecting the cost of the year.
So it's all this thing that they will then do. Then they expect say then go get better money at the end of the year. Pan tax.
So that's new money, right? Then we get new money beyond one way that be approved in December. And then we introduce the giving SDR allocation of about $1 billion from the IMF. These are additional money into the budget. Will not be there originally.
It explain about IMF money,
right? And then so when you get new money here, plus also you get expenditure measures the way you get for take.
The new money the way IMF give, then the expenditure the way you get for take.
But then you make sure say you reduce some of the otherwise big spending.
For reduce some of the big spending there, what you do
on infrastructure.
Infrastructure. Okay.
And make sure say you rationalize the budget. Now
rationalize the budget.
When you do that, the budget framework change.
So when you do all here, the framework of the budget get for change.
Plus also with this new money that we will get, and then new ministries that we will introduce.
With the new money where we get, that are the money where IMF give, though it's the new ministries them we don't introduce.
And all them say you really need to go back and go seek legal appropriation for expending new money. Yeah?
So how you go able to spend the new money? Yeah? With the new ministries them. So you get for go back. You go back, forget a legal framework. We don't go to parliament because you know we spend without parliament approval.
And the government. So that's what's the underpinning. Now, all of this, I think, is important for a lot of people to understand. But what we decide to do is, we then changes here, and in 2022,
with all the changes here in 2022,
we don't get a very, because of the impact that I don't talk about.
The impact we talk about in 2022.
The deficit was so high, close to about 10% of GDP.
The deficit, it been so high, say close to 10% on the wrong side of the GDP.
What we do with the adjustments here, efforts at raising revenues, but also these new resources that will come and the discipline we introduce in the expenditure management system, we expect at the end of this year we will not shrink or consolidate the budget for just about 5.4% of GDP.
So with all the measures that we then take, then they expect say by the end of the year, well, 5.4% and go down level the GDP small.
So that process of deficit relative to gross domestic product, we will reduce to 5.4%.
So from that almost 10%, it will reduce to 5.4%.
Now this is what we call fiscal consolidation.
Fiscal consolidation.
Meaning we take effort them, raise revenue, become more disciplined, ease up the pressure they get on both debt service but also expenditures, and make sure so we budget rationalize. Why is this important? When you get so much high budget deficit, the way you finance them, it will put pressure on the central bank. Yeah, by the way you finance the budget, put pressure on the central bank.
Where you deficit they so high like how we on day, it put pressure on the central bank. For let the central bank they go put an who sign off or put an.
Central bank will be forced to do high powered lending to it, right? So we don't do high powered lending. It introduce more supply of money to the economy. It affects inflation.
He said that they only affect inflation.
Affects even the value of the currency. So we try to take a posture of ensuring that we instill fiscal discipline. That fiscal discipline they ease the pressure on the central bank.
This fiscal discipline, first way they talk. Fiscal discipline, we always they fail them at the MCC. Fiscal discipline. Anybody will do fiscal discipline at Sierra Leone, if that's Slovenia or any how you call them, Sierra Leone always they fail. But it is say now, then they introduce fiscal discipline for make sure say waiting and say, then go by them. And waiting go make the economy not go on the deficit side. Now that side they then go work a better one.
In the way they manage the economy and try to instill what we call macroeconomic stability. So that's the underpinning. But as it is going forward, with the project say in the course of the year, even though we get moderate growth because of all the development that don't take place, if we do fiscal consolidation efforts, what would they do right now? Would they expect say by next year?
Then they expect say by next year. What soon are they expect?
In terms of outlook, this country will begin to grow at reasonable level.
The country go begin go at reasonable length by next year. With all waiting they don't do so.
Close to about 4.78% of GDP.
It go grow 4.78% GDP. Okay.
Even more bigger than that.
Even more bigger than that than they see at the end of the tunnel. Okay.
2024. So as we're going right now, the posture will get, we don't begin for, we send out what they call budget called circular. Where for begin the budget preparation process, where we involve all ministries, departments, and agencies of the government on the back of the new framework what we get right now, backed by some of these tax measures, but also the posture we'll take around managing expenditures and engage with the general public for doing waiting for write the new budget for next year. So that process doesn't really.
So now they engage the general public for write the new budget.
But in the course of the year, what did we do when we get all the difficulties here with the people that they face? We try to ensure say goods and services are available in the country.
They ensure say not to line. Yes. Even Yabas you go say no more, but not to line for her. Idea no more idea. Eh? Okay.
No, we're not getting any such changes in the country.
For say this man Yabas way they talk say is he waiting?
No, we're not getting any such changes in the country.
Okay, Yabas not shorting. Now the idea. You see?
We're not getting any such changes in the country.
We're not getting also. It's shorting. Anyway, it's still not get nothing we shorting at the country.
Definitely fuel is there.
Petrol day.
In the country, rice available. We have never had shortages. We
not want the shorting pan rest day.
What we will be grappling with are the prices internationally. Okay, and I'm open
they say that the international price now with the fair tweet now we own country
to discuss those issues. And the reason why we have adjusted petroleum pricing in the country is because of the pressure it has on the budget.
They adjust the fuel price because the fuel price they get pressure on the budget.
It is very expensive.
It's expensive, not cheap.
Because we are importing oil, and the international price of oil and the currency value have not been has been very high. It's been dropping and depreciating.
They say even outside the world, the international price for petroleum products is there.
Subsidized. Fully pass through that cost of people. We not say it's not easy, but keep on the budget. So slowly, we adjust until such time when we will pass through fully.
This how they still the toxin as slowly than they do them. Then pull them from 21.50 to 25. They say that slowly. If they do so, then still they tell you as slowly than they do. Now outside they want go to this fuel price. Because me don't talk now, see, I suspect say na 30 they want carry and go. From 21.50 to 25. And it's still a tell you say na slowly. That gap there. Alright, slowly, we don't hear sir.
However, there are several other measures will be taken for make sure to assuage the cost on the vulnerable people of these issues of this rising prices unnecessary.
No, seriously. Then take into consideration about I go mona the vulnerable people. How?
Goods. We do safety net.
Eh. Ebo. Fantamadi. Stop. Stop. Why I say so? Government they claim almost million again. Okay? Wait. I'm not going to go back, but it look like if I see. If in the talk say, we don't do an about this safety net. No, then they own. We don't talk an see. Fairly go. Until now, we don't the area. So let us not feel to see. We just want to talk because for bad mouth. Because people they know they try for land. Yeah. Safety net, but wait. Government want make we believe see. For 6 months alone, for 6 months, they lost 32.8 million. For 6 months, 32.8 million. But because then they now then they try to get back by this money by the fuel. But they say then they do it slowly. But for make enough money the poor people safety net of Amosa.
Will you cash for work? Will you resources for youths?
You know they talk Amos again.
And women with the Munafa that the women have access to. About the for support close to about 10,889 beneficiaries.
Look at 10,889 beneficiaries. If you want count vulnerable people in salon, how much number you go get? Because the last I asked now that 10,889 people for benefits. Now how strong that they will go see when at 10,000 people. District headquarters town, not a small village. All right.
75% of those are women. We have a lot of programs that are targeted at youths. That's how we've been trying to manage the effect of all of these things in the course of the year.
Sweet for talk. Okay.
That posture will not change. The only thing is that even on the current budget, what we have done is to recalibrate the budget to begin to look at these big facts where you invested belonging pronouncement for fees, salon. So we even give farmers an input subsidies.
Like call Kabia for her. He said then they give farmer the input subsidies. But the new Finance Act, farming equipment where they can salon before, then waive them. You know they pay tax on them. But now they pay. I can't call Kabia. Wait.
Where they call through the e-voucher system for seedlings, fertilizer, but also access to machines for able to farm in the course of the year. Whilst we still do investments on education, school feeding, exam fees, all these things are actually being done for them for ease of the pressure of the current macro dynamics on families who will say very poor. I think I can let Friday for now, and then I'll open up for I'm available for any questions on our class. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to the minister. We'll tell and thank you. You don't hear me? Waiting The minister don't say. You can agree, you can disagree. It's up to you. But I want for bring in Edmond Abu. Let's bring in Edmond Abu, yeah? It be the 98.1. Listen and quick.
I'm done now, especially to the ordinary man, because the drivers union don't make a known say, because of they were not involved in earlier negotiation, this make problem today, but later they don't able to address her now. So for me own point or for me your angle, where this fuel price don't come out from 21,500 to 25,000 per liter, waiting at the effect with this get.
The thing get far-reaching effect. I don't tell you, never when Musa be the ask me, I tell you, say that IMF think we the thing say, oh, we put subsidy now the middle class, now because yes, Africa will really not get middle class. Now either in a gentleman or in a poor man. You understand? So they say that the middle class or the higher income household. Firstly, they will accept, and the Minister of Finance will accept say, when you put subsidy, it affect the poor people more. Because if at the pool, if that Yaye Munagasi they pull goods from Bamo Luma for counter, as you ask the price also, Ogre, Bala, Kenda, everything they go, it affects everything at the economy. So I don't understand who people minister go talk say, oh, now the high end. So the effect and the impact, it affects everything at the economy. We need to overemphasize that this up to you. But we go for take the conversation beyond that. Who say government, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
We go for take the conversation beyond who say we can't talk no more about fear. Waiting for stop government for subsidize. Sorry, waiting for make government for continue for subsidize. In case because mark you oil price to the determiner. You need to put even the one they put this or Nigeria, look people they strike all over the place. You understand? So waiting to make government continue for subsidize. Now when government diversify economy, and now that's the discussion and native constitution one for begin bring now the floor to the government and president the government say your economy not diversify. You understand? You need to look at more revenue stream. Then we can get to the income stream. Musala land on this. The income stream. Why government they continuously with government in and out government past and present they continuously go after predictable revenue stream there. Now because number one, some of the governments them they spend too much. They put too much burden on the budget. For instance, President go just after these elections, you split the Minister of Information and Communication. Who say one minister did and 4 ministers did. You split Ministry of Social Welfare, Gender and Children's Affairs. You split them. Who say you get forget 1 director and 2 directors get for the day, and 4 ministers did it now. In a drive budget. For instance, you create president being government, you create Minister of Western Area, resident minister Western Area. From 1961, we will not ever get the president will do a lot of final reforms. That and I will get on that. But you need to create ministry. We na yana the Fed, na yana the capital, na the main bolo. You go create this na ministry. We know one day. Na the history of this country. You create ministry of resident minister Northwest. We sit down the other day again. This chief consultant challenge that in AYV. You bring chief them. Myself come on a ruling house. You bring chief them. You pay their salary. You pay them fuel. You add more burden on the budget. And when you add more extra burden with bloated wage be of course somebody will say okay the wage they don't add teachers fine granted but when you bring them driver there then I don't go at the small one I don't go far and okay. Too much. When you bring them also too much now the budget you add burden on the budget they make now you tax bracket you appetite for tax in the eye then you begin go after lifeline products like telecommunication tariff mobile fuel tariff because that's the next thing for getter. And when you do that, when you able to diversify your economy, you go after predictable revenue streams.
When you're not able to diversify your economy, you go after predictable revenue stream. What are the predictable revenue stream? Fuel and they buy every day. Then the money they can't sell because they buy every day. Eh? Okay. You know eh? Divide different ministries them. We just they create small, they add more. But now see more on the back, they can explain back why A, B, C, and D. So you know Also, I think say the economy get for day. The minister say with the posture where they don't take so. That deficit where they almost 10, it get for canon to like 5.4%. Nayana Salon. Things mona, yes. Things mona. And you no go deny her. You no go able deny her more. You think say with the explanation things get for be better or what? Welcome on board Alpha. What you get on this one, sir?
Yeah, I think you don't really open the game for everybody we not before understand, go get a clear understanding. Whether we like it or not, I think when you look at our economy, you see the man is the minister saying I predictable. When you look at the word predictable, now something we 100% sure say get for change. Now just like you talk no more, even though you work towards that, but it might happen, it might not happen. Well, I come first of all to this new finance act. We may not state and very clear on this platform say this new finance act will continue for add an untold suffering on with people. But again, somebody make a very okay, they follow the commentary. And I may not write this point before I see what the person said they make them. Even at Bonabu, okay. You see the government, in fact, let me check the last 5 years of President Bio in regime and the amount of people and when he bring them on board. Now look at what don't happen. It don't add more ministries. But what do they expect? Whether this is something and the way we can talk, people can say, Lord, let na God don't make them all, Lord, need to go, Lord, pray. This one not a prayer. Now reality we talk about now, prayer na by faith, but this one is reality. Now bloated economy, bloated wage bill now with the CISO. There is no way person they can tell you say this would they predict and say what's in call. Yeah, see the minister again. He say Ukraine war still affect we, but when would Ukraine war finish? So if Ukraine war not finish, the suffering no go stop with people them. Are there no other means where the government would do for ensure say yes they reduce this suffering on with people them? We don't talk so many development opportunities then I with them for don't make use of. My brother TTJ always benchmark Seattle. All the government officials the way you see there, all they use mobile phone. All. Then if you not be careful, now government self they pay for them phone bills them. If we don't empower, we don't equip Seattle or whatever, at the end of the day, they all for supposed for the use them in a day. But outside, we not get nothing where they ensure say we they get money per as a nation. At the end of the day, trust me, not just tax. And whether we like it or not, any country we tax too much, trust me, now the people and they suffer. Businessmen then they run away. Business then they close. So maybe they expect say this second term of President Bio, it go don't sit down, don't cross the T and dot the I them, reduce some unnecessary ministries the way we don't establish force. But now more now I don't put so. We don't see a young ministry the cow from back. Then you get for employ permanent secretary, you need van and vehicles them, you need almost staff for them at that ministry there. So how we country go able for go before when every year we they spend more than what we they get. Even when they do and you they do business or business people, if you income less than your expenditure, not a good business. They see the minister the time we say we go reduce the thing to like 5 or 18%. This is predictable thing. We don't know. Now make us say, Usta Ukraine war will done when that thing they go make something we economy go find that if now Ukraine war really they affect your economy. Ukraine want an external factor than the internal factors the way they affect we, they're not able to address them it. Go back to the drawing board and address the internal factor. Instead of make mention of and the minister. Say the new ministries the way they don't open still and get for finance the ministry then they. I think say we for those President Bio for don't sit down, even though he gets zeal, he gets every waiting and call for so say he push the country go before on paper, what see what they say. But the fact remains, if we don't sit down back and look, what see a minister of Western area they do for? What see they do? That minister they get a whole ministry under himself. Then they pay them all. Outside the money they come out. Almost exports will they do. Almost exports will they do. You know, they export anything what they bring, where they give we better money. So we depend solely on tax rights now. Now that make every corner then they look for the money from people them. Every corner, any opportunity where they get. No wonder when they say even we they travel now at the airport, apart from that $25 waiting and call, when you get excess load, you go even pay tax for that. Because this now the thing that when they fail for telling the people them. The other thing where simple thing that I don't say this now, these guys are bent in making policies in the offices. Go back and ask them, almost businessmen that they involve, almost research them, do almost people and they're able to engage for arrive at their decisions there. Not just office meeting to meeting. Or not police, law make this. Who that they suffer them? Now the poor man. Then pull subsidy pan fuel. Who that they suffer? Then they say then the minister or the government officials and they suffer. No, then they give them coupon for go pump fuel. When there is transport up, the layman for comot trunk for go Lumbly, the transport don't go up. That Kukruma we don't go buy na Dovecourt, the prices they don't go up. Or that will suffer them. Now that same person back. We give a same job, now a great system for where they make it can perish now. It's really good for President Bio for the goddamn people there. It's something that I can say if need for God there is because Saint Kisidom they make the way at the end now in the be bad to we. Now they big look they look bad to the people. How would you continue for raise tax and then the people and they suffer? How? It's not. It's really not done. Now make us let them show we almost businessmen and then they involve in then decision making there. They don't involve them. They go sit down on office, one meeting to meeting. Before they matter, they say they don't develop policy. Then go to parliament. Oh, we parliament, we know now concur and support. Everything goes. It's really frustrating for people. And trust me, the more they for come, more difficulties get for come. Not to the waiting and call. So the prophesy bad for we country, but the kind of things they go so. Don't like way they say fear. If they're not be careful, they go to tax almost for that. That's the thing. They will go to that level there. Because the government has no idea or no way whether they're able for raise fund, whether they're able for make fund. And when they add more people per the wage bill, people when they would go pay them bills then they. So that make every small hole. This is where the minister took and loopholes. As he talk that word in that go line straight first. Because anytime where they do presentation, they write me point them. You can't do that. The layman go continue for suffer. Una want satisfy IMF. Una they add more per the wage bill. Una they suffer. Not to the purpose in the suffer. So for me, I think the president really need for come back to the drawing board and so what they do. Reduce on in travel. Reduce on in travel. All the travel the way President Bio they travel. Nobody they tell me say na Leone then he pay. $9. All $9 then they pay. So side the money all they come out to the country back. It's really President Bill in need for the attention of some of their ministers there. Let them able for think say no this now the purpose and I go continue for so far. Then before I drop the line quick, I want just go much with the APC saga. For me, a house that is divided will never stand. APC, no matter what they do, SLPP no go ever no give yes. You know, they need listen themselves because they know say the house be divided. So then they use that opportunity there for capitalize on their own stance. So they know say how then they go along this thing, more people they come out and then go na parliament. So that disagreement they go make, if you not be careful, the APC party will scatter in a way that pass them together and back, then begin to put them together for meet up next election. But the fact remains, if they not remain united, trust me, they will never make any progress in that nation again. Because with this way, we don't begin to see so. People are not beginning to come on their back. It's something else. The government does say they don't allow progress no more. Not just give them deaf ears. Then they come, and now they see so. Don't like go say, Mr. Doyle read that news. They say more yet to come, more they come. They even give you the number. I think 17 or so say them for come. So what should they expect? They're divided. They will never make a good decision until they go back now and go on board, or else they go begin pick them party back from different angle and let them put on one for the next election. I think that will take simple.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, Tony, what you get for me on this one?
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me, and Kusha and Kabo Famble. I think one area we go look at quickly now, also the minister mentioned about fiscal discipline. I think say that now one major problem where we get in a salon, where this administration they face. You know, Kroma Kipu Paribu say cut according to the size. So another school of thought go tell you say that according to the material we get, so you pick the style. You understand? I feel say with fiscal discipline, now the major challenge we face. We rather they spend too much than waiting we degenerate. And somebody talk about revenue and diversification. I always they talk and say government has to build institution. And even Alpha mentioned, I can always see that says now one gray area. You understand? We other countries they leveraged on on telecom. For example, you go Kenya, you will see Safaricom, very well established, not 100% owned by the government, but it was owned by government before government sell shares. And now the management there, so they just sit down and they enjoy their shares. You understand? Just like, for example, Guinea, all the mining companies where they go, they mine, government has shares in all those mining companies. So at the end of the day, for every sales they make, any of them put their company and any shipments they make, they know they sit down, they wait for tax. No more say, hey, government get 10%. No, government has the shares. So automatically from the sales revenue, we come, government already gets money. So you find out that there is less burden on companies' tax. Because what you make, you diversify and you get revenue from other revenues to stream them. We have institutions where we can build. I've said it so many times. You understand? Where if government really, we allow government to think outside the box and give those institutions facelifts and not put party picking based on subscription or based on how you use the way that they pay, but put party, even if you put party picking, make sure say not put square peg in a round hole. Because at the end of the day, if there is money in circulation, the governments could do well, people themselves go do well, everybody go about their business, nobody no go care about government. Also, you find that say hardship there. Now make everybody feel say the ultimate goal for make you benefit now na salon. Now for going into politics, because there is no fiscal fiscal discipline. Money we come for develop, say for make road. One person go sit down, he eat her. And next year back then go budget back. So that's the reason why also you see supplementary budgets. Because most of the times this money has been allocated, they're not even use the money done. So they have to go back to parliament and say, hey, the projection what we make, we may say we go generate 50 million. But it's like we don't generate the 50 million, but we don't spend 70 million. So 20 million now deficit. What's that deficit they come on? So they sit down now, they wait for IMF, they wait for World Bank, so make them come fill that gap. We don't for the wait for the IMF giving money for low fill with deficit. We have institutions. Even if now the water, now whether we water this government, okay, for any scholar wake up or any company wake up, when they can't register, we say forget shares. If they make any sales, government will get the own. If they do any company wake for come mine, government gets shares into the company. You know the wait on waiting. You understand? So you not go even government for use this minimal alternative tax. If a company didn't make profits with a tax, because what he make, you get revenue then where they come up from the oil company. You get revenue where they come up from this. You get revenue the way they come up because you have shares in those companies. But what you will they see? All government-owned institutions, they for all. We not even get what you take up with public transportation system. A mess. A mess. You understand? As you said, those are even gray areas. You sit up now at Salona morning, you see the crowd rate for Gona Futo. You go na Joe Junction, you see the crowd. You go na Kabatong, you see the crowd. You go na Texaco, you see crowd. You go with Bafo Junction, you see crowd. You see the gap. You see serious gap. Now money dandy. That tells you if you see beaucoup people in team up so they know them which means the private sector not able to fulfill that whole gap there. So what you have for let government fill the extra gap and make revenue. But we know that institution know what they be. We just don't know we expect IMF or what's happening na Ukraine or what's happening na this na Russia and this and that. No. When you get the tools, you get everything within you reach. Now for just think outside the box. Why would they want to go Ghana for medical? Do you know how many thousands of dollars people they can go Ghana for medical? That money they imagine a salon they get good medical. People in the cancer salon with their revenue they do. That's all money go in circulation. People don't know go they go even people don't get businesses and go they boom. People don't get houses and stuff. People don't go they rent because post income you never live now hotel you go fair also you go tap for 1 month 2 months to pay rent. You understand? But good thing that they will go boom. But I feel say that major area day now we major concern. So we put pressure. We not get better institution the way even where we go government go tax. So the few ones them just like what Edmond Alpha say, like the mobile companies. So that make it find out they don't have control over the mobile companies. So the government company go tell you say we they pay this and out. Me know that for very long time. The mobile companies, the tax rate they pay or license, me man, is more than the money with any mobile company they pay na Ghana in Nigeria. It's spectrum. When you take, like close you get 3G, you get to take license for her. You get count 4G, you take license for every spectrum. When you take all the money, yes, government need revenue because they get for me to plan expenditures or the recurrent expenditures, but not to have the detriment because who then are the final consumer? Now the people that want to go buy top up the scratch card they make call, now then they feel the pinch. So when they ask this government, you understand? Una think outside the box. But who way then they will for make money? Not to Sudan they wait for IMF, Sudan they wait for World Bank. World Bank and IMF conditionalities, not the help. Then they count adverse penalties, adverse conditionalities. Well, who do they feel? If you put subsidies per fuel, who do they feel? Don't make it forget when they talk about fiscal policy. They make Corsia say now they want no money they check. Down they left there. Even from top to bottom, if governments or presidents spend money, then for auditor. If you want for implement fiscal discipline, because they try for ensure a sustainable balance in the government revenue and everything. Sustainable. You want to make sure money the way government they generate. Then they spend it very well. And then we able for example when you say value for money. Now all the people when they appoint to, then get for can buy motorcar for the government vehicle, then get for the fuel, the waiting. Now from their money, then the taxpayers' money, then get for the we pay their salary, now go buy money. And you go see the can big motorcar where they go buy V8 engine. Where one grain, they have way full in tank for one, they say no, if it last for 1 week. And then therefore you go accumulate that amount of vehicle and then we don't go down by. And take all their money cost and they overhead and so government is they talk about say we have for create, we have for improve the economy. On a fiscal policy, I want to spend a fiscal. We have to be very, very disciplined. On a fiscal, in the way I spend money. We have to be really, really disciplined. We don't need to turn deaf eyes on certain things. The way say this gets a negative repercussions. Some of the things the way government they turn deaf eye. Now they say they do for they make money. But then I mean, it's really fiscal discipline. Now no day as alone, ain't no day. We they spend like a show we get. We they spend like a Kuwait. We they spend like country the way get all we get revenue way day. They already they make money a day. We have open IMF and waiting for conditionalities. IMF the money and World Bank. Who's country don't the way IMF then they help. Where the money they do help. Now, if they take their money then they for capital, say they take this money for capital up and lights for the country. get light, or they put up per water. So at least they don't know they manage and well. Then revenue they wouldn't they generate from water, wouldn't they revenue for the lights take and pay those loans that we take. We go understand. But most of them money then they wouldn't bring car. But for it's recurrent expenditure for pay salary, pay Sujama salary, pay the self salary, pay this person's salary, pay and everything. At the end of the day, the money go down on the administrative cost. So for me, then really get for just like how the minister said, the fiscal discipline, really the need for work on. Spend what you get. You know the most spend what you not get. So I don't know in that debt. Because you want for spend what you not get. A deficit. And what are they pay? Now we picking the old on but I don't for pay then loan then they will they take so. I'm going to take Abraham.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, Umar. What you get on this one, sir?
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. This is just going to be a repetition, my complete repetition, because waiting, Israel say, waiting, I'll say, and waiting, Tony say, now the same thing, they can't talk. But the problem here is, to we brothers and we they listen, when we all in at this forum, or when they listen, we all in at this, they listen to AAA. Certain things, and if you they support this government or don't be they support the past government, do the nation a favor and accept say because you begin self where you born, where you do something where small, you see and you carry on a fire or you do thing way no good, you knock yan or you halapanam, not supposed to because you hate them. Now, because you care about them, you like them so much, you know what like hurt himself. You don't hate them when you do that. So one way they sit down there, they talk about this president. We will not hate this president. We all want to see, because some of we old enough, we see who size salon today. Now they gonna be there. We then as Sierra Leone, we see where Ghanaian footballers and the Kana salon and the fat part toothpaste, and that's 72% soap. Then the bumbo and boku they go Ghana. We see them. So we one day now outside Ghana there because Ghana been there behind we for don't go further. Okay, the war come, it don't go. But the problem here is one thing which we in Africa, Sierra Leone. One thing I like with white people, especially we American men, you can be a PhD holder, American man, they tell you you're not smart. Or you need to make a smart decisions. That don't mean say you academically not sound. You're not a PhD holder, but at the same time, you they make decisions and we're not smart. So let's say when Mr. Gregory be say Marabi you're not smart, not the person they try to talk say Marabi you're not educationally equipped. No. But maybe if he see and say he make decision them, we're not a smart decision. Why you think say one great mortal man, then they hire him, they give him $20-30 million a year for run one Fortune 500 company them. Because they know say he go make decisions not only for the employee the other day, but for people that will invest in that company that they will buy stock. Because now people in life they play with. So you therefore be smart enough for know what they do. Now that's what they try for talk now. The president need to behave smartly. In people that way they hire, they're not smart. If this president want for create money in a salon, well, first of all, to the talking back, we want for spend money what we not get, but we don't know how for create the money. And quite honestly, the government will even make more money inside Sierra Leone without raising taxes. The road transport, if not so that the name now alone. You know how much money where DMV they make in America? California, you know how much money where DMV they generate for the state of California? Look how much them Bokuna Salon. Spend the money, build the institution, put the necessary equipment in. Sierra Leone are one undisciplined place. You know how many tickets they're going to give people? You know how much money this government going to bring in? Look at fisheries. Like Chinese man, Ghana man, and Senegalese. And then they profit. But yet we get the ministry there, the minister there, in deputy there. They need to bring in, we create ministries, institutions, when they bring in income. And not to say that a smart way of doing things. Not a smart way of doing. Why? Just like, maybe don't say this story. I make it, I always say, Edmond Abuna, one of my favorites there. From where been they behind the telecom system, the way been they behind and say why they even put the man a cell or a jail. I don't understand. Just because in one of the southerners, the way me go to up my house, now people like this me they follow because not to participate. We don't throughout the last 5 years, Edmond Abu been very, very critical of in government. Now the kind people like them and me they follow because not to participate. Now man we care about Sierra Leone, now a royal Sierra Leonean, not to like the other one them. We know them. We say, oh, this region I come out now. We didn't nothing. They see anything wrong. Not to Edmond Abu. Now I make her always respect them. Even try the way be critical of Samura, but that what we say during the campaign. I say I support Edmond Abu because now man, where I don't listen when they talk, it makes sense. It know what they talk. It very articulate on what and submissions the way they make. This is easy. Mr. People, I don't say this today. Why divide this Ministry of Information? Waiting at the benefits, waiting at the pros. Because me, I not see any pros, now so con. Because when they look at the pros and cons, waiting at the pros, because me not see any for divide that ministry. Ministry of Social Welfare and Gender. Stay now then they rape with picking them. Stay now then they rape with picking them at Freetown. Then they rape with sister then at Freetown. Then they seize advantage by woman there. So what is the reason why you divide them? You make the permanent secretary become more lazy. Not divide the ministry. Keep on the way every day. Let the permanent secretary become a deputy minister. Let him do his job. Let him get up now money doing job. That's the one. Show me how many government officials then. When out in Washington DC, when the list I can tell you, where they give free motorcar then, and they give maybe they give them voucher or give them allowance, but how many? And I truthfully they say, me don't see Lahai Lawrence Lima because in office they now who say they go get passport now that they don't put the all together now. I don't see motorcar. If you see how that I don't know if it's a Land Cruiser or whatever, how that motorcar they big and black, it's about the Bosu. Big motorcar, you know how much you got to take for flop that motorcar day? For flop that motorcar in tank? In main minister, they'll to get the same color, same black, same design. You know how much you can take for put gas inside and it? Then this year back, you come back, you add more. You know, you just spend what you not get. And you they create institutions or ministries where not get no, they need to add no benefits. They need to add anything. They need to bring in anything. I swear to God, if Marabio or any president will rule Salon during this democratic dispensation, now then people have been forgetting, I need to go after people and will help me. I need to look for people and will help me. I get for tell them, if you help me for campaign, God bless you. Now for the country you do them. But do ya? You know they help me for campaign for now I give you government office. If anyone can them be ever try for tying belt, I swear to God that multiple matter be the make for white people and try they way say white people are great job. You know, not that Mogofili do. Mogofili tie down in belt. Now that you do. Now that Mogofili do. Now the same thing in Uganda. Tie down your belt. Because anytime when minister travel or anybody, now dollars that they give them per diem. Instead of going travel, now dollar that they give them. Now in to go with maybe, I don't know, I don't know if now room or number they say 250,000. Anytime when travel, now they get as per diem. That's not money. We dey spend too much. We dey create institution and for hire people and where the money no dey. If this man na him be ready, like when we fire the 9 advisor then dey na one state house, na him be cut down. In fact, if we shrink down, like we don't need Ministry of Sport. We don't need that Ministry of Social Welfare, that Ministry of Western Area. We don't need that. We don't need, right now, we don't need Ministry of Trade and Industry. What will they trade? What the industry will get? Temporarily put them aside first. We don't need them. Then we don't need Ministry of Labor. What did that ministry really do? Nothing. Even Ministry of Tourism. Just make like them get that tourism where they call department, whatever. Let them do the workforce. Knock down if na 9 or 10 ministry, knock them down first. Boom. Because they're not useful. Knock them down and concentrate on the revenue, the taxes, the way they face scam. You dey see if you need to get surplus. This, you don't need a rocket scientist, but when white man can look with some tending, and some black man who can get upset. So we all know that now working pleasure. Why don't you say you're not too smart? You know, because then to themselves they tell themselves that one. Not to say you're not academically smart, because you need to make smart decisions. Like that, and they try for say, when they try to say he's not smart. Like where Greg been used that one day, and I'm saying, no, doesn't matter if you're not smart academically, but you need to make smart decisions. Like that, they can say. So not just a repetition we all do, but not the same thing. Why we always say this? If I don't know that, then for don't know that, they know that. Then just not they do what the people they want, then they do what they want for do. Let them continue. Now that's not me no more. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Omar. Omar defend the ministry in Palava. Eh? Man say them for knock down Ministry of Trade. Eh? No. Me I not agree. Ah. Yeah, the new ministries they wouldn't create, but Ministry of Trade then get work then they do. And get work. Yes, there are ministries we look then they're able to join them. They're able to join them, but it look like see join the work. Welcome on board this friend. What you get on this one?
Yeah, thanks Tripoli for coming on the platform regarding the situation of the country. I'm also to do with the economy and other things that they develop the news and things that they go. See the way things they go, you know, they look so clear off the way we want for let it be. But simply because the information where they come, like sometimes we see how it come from the media and how people they explain. But here you show how the situation the presently go in terms of how it happened in the country. We're looking at the political challenge that they undergo now, and from the one that we come up from the election now, and how they will settle them. But it all comes down to how people are able to identify. Because me, I can always see the world like this. So when you claim, say, this is the north, this is the south, well, who you team up in that point? Remember, you know, another point. Just like somebody will say, me not north a day from Kabbalah, other side of the country, not the south. So it depends in life, because that's not natural thing we go don't see you. If you just see those how we sing, why they say at the south? If you look at the map, that one way they open the Bibles. So you can be the south from the point, but it all comes down to the point where you get for car and look forward and make development day. But now that's not the most thing now they lack pandemic and all man they in political points. And the reason for anything we see the politician they do at this time now, it is based on anything, mostly the bigger portion now for the political gains. Okay, it might be okay for them to do good, then they will see yes, this now will do, but at some point the primary now for letting you side where he look to, he will able for let it will stay, let us see them why they do well now continue with we. So if not this not the only ideology I believe say, you know, it will for day inside the mind, not for the inside people in mind. But when we see that they come, the Sunday we can see they come up from one state, then we turn another side again, and then gradually so they go, they build up from the same story, And now you see how the social media they go on with information because that like hot cake. It don't become seen on social media, and when they look for that hot cake, most of the information will not be fine. So but if you now as leaders then when I type for say this now the area who can lack for let people know what would they do because any step we take they make the people know and one thing they know not only for tell them what thing they want for know for say I tell them now that way when I for let them understand what thing they want for know because for let them know and I don't think them but for understand now we can tell them the process anything want a process they have time they get for clear now you lack active communication waiting lack from local government and but because of that reason of waiting them want to do for letting you security day and for many reasons now it can cause most times we move from one point to the other we not can yield anything but this none of the main thing I say whatever they see for the economy now whatever I see the peace for the country whatever they see situation where they deal with it all comes down to most times where they can lack for let the people away that they govern no say that this they understand about what you want they do. And then when they can try for now, because now they always do for either advertise the products of themselves and what's their own product they sell and they get their own product for sale all the time. Now for product, we will say it is secure we back. Same thing for let we go able do what we want to do. Because at the end of it all, most times we know they see the yield. Especially when we talk of development, we still want for let it go be. So then we begin canal and tell you about another reason. Saying that this reason and they lead to this. But the focus of waiting then they do, and not the problem. Because when they see that they can all man they can with different information. Even they approach something, then we left talk different things, then man they talking on, and all man they talking on side for secure. Because they see they no one talk, you will begin deny. Say like a nigga and they talk about sustainability of light. Now we wouldn't even argue about. The first time Rado, we always bring this work, even forget formation. In the toxin now, even the people away they the life they so much that then they get pneumonia. Well, I know they deny pneumonia for cold, but I believe say pneumonia and bacteria they cause them. If you find this, then they the way we say that's why they talk. And people and they hear that they talk on the public, and to one and two things. So you say build on an idea. So what if tomorrow night they don't sell and don't sort of think and I say, well, this night they cause this, they cause this. Of course, cold weather will make let the thing it damp, the bacteria grow. But here now cold will they talk of. This simply back again somebody talk at that parliament. You see when in the cold, the fridge, they make the fridge now, let their food not even boil because it's the cold pass mark. So you begin to say, all of the time for praying, now the point of an idea where we will sell you for like go. Then we will go to the point say this light, yes, in the day a percentage high, but when we see for sustain, not to how we expect we don't spend per for like come on. But then always we say, oh well, all around get light day now, percentage, that one for no. See, they drive from one state to the other. Some are visible, but no visibility. And how we day. How can spend there? We say the spending come out. All things I do then fund their way can inside. When I think the maths and calculate what it will work for, so development will come out. No, it's not in there most times. You see? So when these are the things mostly where they get for try and look, not only selling their product of security, and for try to sell their product without even saying it, and then you will see that class where the toxic is not there, the middle class will now decide to increase the gap for let the poverty will go. Then if you begin to realize them, they will begin to see the management you go manage. As I always say, that expensive area where the toxin of democracy, because it begin expensive from election time, it's expensive, you will carry inside the carry the expenses back. So until you as the politician holding a power, like you will use some of the things that will help you for still and win. See like the media, I put it on. So you begin to push yourself at the point we are in. The losses when you create, that expense day, it go towards the economy when you get for country that have control. Because any step you go, but when you can now for the actual development, who will cost you say, now I don't get water, I don't get light. Because now the needs, democracy, people in right forget this. This and these things they don't get in place. Then that's when you go say, yes, at this is the democracy. But for achieve them, you always give a problem because your team, when it comes performer, then they demand a performance reward. And the performance reward, and the way that one they will kill them, what the economy did. And then the economy now outside they go secure. So when they secure on two sides, they secure and then you will say, oh, let the money go grab. And then the second side, you secure the economy for let yourself go able forget. Because you want a salary. You want one for live like another man like the other street. But it all comes down to not being greedy and trying to look at the focus of development. But now this factor, the working common at the people in half of how una they sit down look something, how una go able decide them, we say una come how una go able make things soften, and what una go able bring as facts in communication to the people and then go know say this we mean and at this they understand. But there is quite a lot we the politicians they forget, say they get for do. We can see the aim of developing, yes, but the aim when as time they go, that different thing you go see in terms of development, and that route they can always look for anything now. If now anything I will say, oh, this I cause this thing for like it will be so. But forget say something let me tell you say can't go spare tire. Not like the one that will go come like helicopter and say every 4 hours when I feel the candle. Una fear the candle, una get for change the fear because I don't come out from South Africa. So you look at all this, say, okay, maybe less preparedness or other things. So you careful to understand. So you avoid the doubt when they will say, well, why this happened? Then later you begin explaining the reason why it happened. It not one match with the story. But something they will really sometimes a reality, but you begin to put doubts on the people and because of how you bring out to them, or sometimes they cover something, or maybe because you lazy for letting you be able to investigate, say, well, I hold on, I investigate, then later I'll come to like, rush, everything rushing and no better information. Clarity on the day, people are left in doubt. The politicians they get their own aim for secure their own way, and then when they secure their own way, they only secure something when for development. But only hope see the economy way good day where somebody will able to make that thing they resurrect, who will able to help all these developments and cut this gap of poverty in that area. Day. Thank you so much. I only hope say we'll get those people who will able to transform this without thinking of their own self. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, us friend.
You're welcome, yes, sir. Yeah.
Romed, you get 3 minutes. What you get on this one?
Skipule, I thank you very much. Anyway, yes. Hello?
Yeah, you there live.
Hold on. Hello, you hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right, thank you very much. I thank you very much. There are a couple of things here, really. We know what's in a business, especially. I always give you examples. Say, people when we claim say they educate, we they call say the land book. Not so people are able to create generate revenue. We know say the richest people who are in our country are people who in our land books. Most of them probably, if they go from 5 say or over from 5 or whatever situation, now go doing one green. But it come to the point wherein we all know what's in the problem. Where you then you host, the amount of money where you raise, you for manage and based on what you do. You know, the country in it happened. Now the one that we don't get into political into power. What then they do? They still want to raise this amount of money. So what then they do? Then they try for send that then they try for cushion them with revenue, and a very simple revenue gets a chain reaction. Businessman not they into business for make a lost money. And not care what's happen, especially when you business successful. If everybody wants your product, where then can they increase it? You know they go no side. Instead, you they increase the money back to. You they increase and they send them to the consumer. So how exactly you they help the people of the country? The thing why the government for do, many learn from the great policies and where they raise revenue. If you do not raise revenue, where they raise revenue by creating jobs. If you're not able to create a job, guess what it happened? You get less people who they pay tax, and guess what it happen again? You know they get nothing out of them. So I don't know really how they want to help the country. For me, they increase the fuel number just 2 days. Yeah, look what's in the reaction of her. How much you get for help people, and all them things that they increase, then they balance them with the revenue with the people and with they pay, even the government workers them. After all the years, then how much they don't increase salaries them. Because if you say you want to try for risk one thing one side, make me the person afford them. But when they kill businesses them and the thing where they refuse for me, they not calculate, even when they try for see this thing, they're not able to calculate if people are not able to do that, they're not able to pay their taxes there. Are they gonna leave the country and go to some other places them? Like for example, people away they travel to dig for go salon. Probably then they prefer for going a third country for me then go salon. So which revenue now where you try for raise? Where if they say you they kill the business system, the product them coming into the country, the cost of living high, and you they talk say now I'm glad now at least everywhere the minister talk are very very happy the COVID let's say it don't be a way back. So that make it's a very very positive thing. So now not they give excuse again to the COVID. What would they give excuse now for this? Not the war. So now we see how far this way I get for go for more begin they say now this way and I make all get this problem. And then now we see the disruption of all the things the way they go to the country and come back, the price they don't increase. And then you they go increase somebody in tax system. How what do they want to look at? Then therefore go back into the drawing board. Everybody they meet up on this. We governments they spend too much. Do they agree over that, or they choose not for listen, or they want to pay people them based on their political beliefs them? And I just send one message we tell you say when you look at we country, all the side and where people and they get money, not so only money. When money then where they where for supposed for sponsor the country, the governance of the country. Now the political parties that then big man then the big one then they put there. So then people are what they do, then they sit down, they take this money and then divert that. Reason why when a political party not in power in our country, you know what did happen? That political party they broke. If even building and the way they don't begin the build 5 years ago, if they not come back into power, then they do not even continue those buildings. That tell you it means the revenue then they get then just they get them within the political party, and then at the end of the day, guess what? All the things that I don't divert. The thing when me they advise the country, if they're able hold all the side and where they get revenue, they're able to get policing policies them we go able to divert this money directly to the funds of the country. Guess what did happen? You not even need for raise revenue. You do not the money them where they lost within the ministries them and the whatever way they choose for me then distribute money them within themselves. Believe me, if the target standard, they do not need to raise revenue to nobody in the country. So whose side then they go? They're not really the problem, but they know they are the problem. But they're not going to target themselves because otherwise you go make the politics not going to be popular. And then it comes to APC, they need to put themselves together. Then guide them. We know what to make them put hand on politics because they not get other ideas. I be don't talk come back the other day. They will come because they don't spend their money, they won't get back their money. Because they not get policies them, they not even know what they stand for, they not get what they believe. They do not believe in anything. All they believe now for me they make money, and the money go bring them, it go drag them, and then go come, then go scatter them political party. They're not going to even imagine. They don't care about anything. If really some of them guys are running to the parliament, if you get an ideology, you believe, say, what's in your party, if even at the wrong thing, be with your party for the wrong thing. We all get women there, we all get to pick in there. We stand by them even when they do the wrong things. And we're proud of them back based on the wrong things that they do. But at the end of the day, we even give yourself courage, say, yes, this person are the best if they do or if they try. So if they get them political party, then they bash them political party. So they're not gonna forget another political party, except they get for boycott for me either create the new party or then boycott for me they go back for good stand for another political party or then go join another party. So what in really these guys stand for, we do not know. It's the money. Everything is about the money. So I thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. Well, Udayi, but salon economy. We go there back tomorrow. I know one for anyway. I want to talk something, but I don't swell around. We go there back tomorrow. Yeah? All we want for Saloon economy are the best. But the idea goes so. Because the government get appetite for more. The easy thing they able for grip for tax. Now they go tax. And the poor man go always they suffer. Even though they say now for cushion for the poor man. 10,889 people. And they make them better for them one than they. Okay. Thank you. Yeah? We'll go there back tomorrow. Don't try with him. I'm going to say that talking I ain't talking nothing. We'll go there tomorrow. Wake up tomorrow. It sweets me.